Hey, it's Terry. Who do we have on the line?
Hey, it's Musil, Terry.
What's going on, Musil? Long time no talk to.
Man, business pretty been good to me now.
I know you're talking about the real estate business, right? Or do you got another business?
Yes, the real estate business.
Real estate business, huh? Well, what's happening? What you got going?
Well, the thing is that, you know, like I said, out here in Cook County, we still have the moratorium.
Okay.
So we have a lot of properties out here, a lot of vacant properties.
Okay, now you said Cook County. Is that Illinois?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. All right. Excellent. All right. Cook County in Illinois. You got some vacant properties.
Yeah, and I got a team, so, you know, it's good having a little team.
What? You got a team now, man? Shit. How many people on your team? You and your wife? You and that wife of yours? She running the show?
Yeah, I got some realtors. I got a gentleman who I kind of grew up with. He's a banker.
Okay.
30 years retired. And helps me out a lot. I get a lot of good leads from him.
Retired banker.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Been 30 years in the game, and we've been doing it, man. And it's just been working.
Good.
I'll tell you this: it's the education and application. You know, it's gonna take time, but you got to stick with it.
Oh yeah, education, application, and taking the action, man. I mean, it's like anything else. People work at a job. You know, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, man. Then you get out of there at 30 years and you got a retirement. You know, but I think sometimes people say, well, shit, I'm going to read a book, man, and I'm going to skip those 30 years and I'm just going to go ahead and get rich overnight. So that's the challenge. So anyway, we're in goddamn near February. It's last day of January, February 2021, and you got good news. You got good news. Even though we're in COVID and we got this moratorium, you still got good news.
Oh yeah, I say this. This is going to be a hustler industry. You're going to have to hustle.
Yep.
You're not going to have to be a W-2. I hate to say this. Working a good job, trying to get retirement. COVID has changed a lot. Changed everything.
Oh yeah, man. The financial futures of a lot of people, man, have been affected, and they're going to either have to recover, or they're going to start seriously thinking about how can I take my skills, get some education, so that I can work on my business and my economy, because it's a world of difference now because of COVID. Now you did some deals, you said, huh?
Yeah.
How many you got? How many you got? You want to talk about? How many you got?
I did 9.
You got 9 deals.
We did 9.
Well, we ain't gonna talk about 9 deals, because man, that could be like an hour and a half. So
I say this: what I'm working on right now is so phenomenal. I have a VP of a mortgage bank named Henry Valera, and he's out there, I believe in California. We met. And he let me use his fund to do commercial paper.
Okay.
And he called me last week saying he's ready to get the deal going. So what I'm doing is this is how we work as a team. We have a guy, his name is Clint. He's good. He talks to bank on our behalf.
Okay, hold on now. Hold on. Before you get excited. You got 9 deals you completed or 9 deals you working on?
We completed these 9 deals way back, man. We don't doing some new stuff now.
Okay, 9 deals. Hold on one second. I just want to get real clear. Tell me where those 9 deals are located. What states or?
We did. I think the last one, me, Will, and Clint, we did was out here. I think we did one in Chicago suburbs.
Mm-hmm.
In Madison. We tried to do a deal in Arizona. The buyer, it didn't fall through the finance for the buyer. Okay. So the last one we closed on was the one out here in Madison. It's a pretty good deal. It was based on a subject to, we did a wraparound mortgage.
All right, now let's just keep going. Now, where is these deals located?
One is out in Madison.
Okay, did you give me all 9 then? Maybe I...
No, the one in Madison, we did one in Madison, 3 in Arizona. 3 in Indiana. 3 in Indiana.
Okay.
Okay, 3 in Indiana, 3, 4, and we did with the Broward County.
Broward County, is that Florida?
Yep, we did 3 over there. We did 3 in Broward County.
Okay, excellent. So here we go. You got the education when you first started. You was confused as heck, right? Trying to put the pieces together. Now, I know way back when you first started, you was talking to a banker. You got all excited about that, which was good, gave you some more experience.
Yeah.
Now that you done spent some time and you've talked to people, you got in the game, and you were a participant instead of a spectator, even though you was lost, you now are very comfortable. I can hear it, aren't you?
Yes.
Real comfortable.
Especially during COVID, to be making money where a lot of Americans are not making money.
Right.
That's me and my guys sit back. We sit back saying, we're being blessed. A lot of people cannot make money at home. A lot of people right now just sitting at home collecting unemployment.
Right, sitting there waiting because they can't go out and they can't do any work. But see, you're doing it virtually. Let me just ask you a question. I know you didn't, but I'm going to just ask it anyway. Did you go see these 9 properties, or did you do it over the phone?
Oh, you know what? You're right. Everything's online. It's online. We did a lot of stuff online, and now I'm going to tell you, we put boots on the ground. It could be a mobile notary. Or anybody want to use, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you did all that, of course, but you didn't have to get up and leave. Matter of fact,
I did not know. That's the amazing part about it. Everything's like, DocuSign or electronic this, electronic that, and we sit back saying, "Did we just make this?"
Yeah, 2021 during COVID in a moratorium, you closed, and you don't even have to leave your house now. See, times change, man.
Right. A lot of people say, well, 9 deals is not a lot. Well, it says 9 deals is a lot. So.
Oh, 9 deals is a lot. Don't ever think 9 deals ain't a lot. One deal is a lot. So a lot of people, man, I mean, again, they listen to the books and the tapes, and, again, being that you started out and coached you through some stuff, you learned it, and you went out and went to work. That was the main thing. I got students right now, man. I tell them the same thing. Look, I'm going to be your guide. I'm going to teach you, but you got to go knock on the doors. How many banks... I love that fact you got a bank VP, man. That's boss move right there.
The key, I'm going to tell you something. If you're not comfortable with talking to a bank, I would say partner with somebody who is. You see what I'm saying?
But they gotta learn the language first. So you just can't partner with somebody. See, you got the knowledge. You got the knowledge.
Right.
You understand, but you brought him along because he understands the banking side. And then they're both together, man. Whew.
I'm the numbers guy, so he know how to. But I'm the other bank. He know how to talk to bank. He told me I need to brush up. He's working with me on role playing.
Of course.
And he wanted me to get that. He said he wanted me to get that vernacular down a little better. So right now I record his calls.
Where'd you learn that from, man? Where'd you learn that from? Hey, that's what I'm doing right now, man. I'm recording, man. So,
I learned that from you.
Hey, you know what? I love it, man, when a student does what they're supposed to do, and then they do more on their own. Now, your wife. Now, I'm going to bring your wife in. Before I go into your wife now, how much, just a dollar amount, approximate, you ain't got to be to the penny,
right,
did those 9 deals cash in for?
We still want probably close to the three something.
300,000?
Yeah, close to that. Yeah.
Hold on one second. Now, you didn't say $3. You didn't say 300. You didn't say 3,000. Say it one more time, just in case they don't hear nothing else.
Close to $300,000.
$300,000. Now, I know you didn't. I know you invested in your education, man. I know you invested in your education, and I know you did some courses. But now, all those courses, all those things you done, did that $300 pay for your education and then put a profit in your pocket?
It pays for it, man, 30 times over.
35 multiple. 35 times more than what you pay for your education. See, again, people sometimes think that education is expensive. But if you don't know this stuff, and they say education is expensive, just try ignorance. But if you don't know how to do this, if you don't know how to talk to banks, if you don't know how to deal, you never would have made the $300,000. You just ain't gonna luck in the $300,000.
That's right.
So, Mozilla, what we're trying to do is make rhyme and reason out of this. I'm not going to go into a lot of details of the deals. I just want to talk about your wife because I know she's been very instrumental and supporting you. She's probably been lead role, which is cool. You've been lead role. Hey, as long as we get it done, taken care of, that's all that matters. So she's been very
ready for the hospital because she messed her foot up. So
Okay.
I had to everything. She that's really motivated me because my wife was bedridden. I told myself, you can't. You're gonna have to keep moving, man. It's mandatory. Ain't no option.
Okay, so hold on 1 second. You saying your wife, she had a job,
Mm-hmm.
and then she had what happened to her foot?
So I think almost broke in half the bone. She's
Oh,
bedridden,
wow.
so she can't work.
Yeah, so she's bedridden now. She can't work, and the thing of it is, Musil, that income that she was getting, I know she might get some kind of a disability or something, but that income probably was severely missed, wasn't it?
Yep.
And the real estate came in and helped with your finances.
Yes.
Wow.
Right people with you and everybody is on the same level, and there's nothing wrong with having a team.
No. And here's the other part, Musil. From her injury, it made you get out there and have no excuses and no fear, because if you didn't get some food on the table,
Right.
things are going to be looking pretty bleak, weren't they?
Right. That's true.
Man, that kind of reminds me of myself, man. My daughter was ready for college, Musil, and I couldn't pay for it, and she did everything right. Man, after that, that was 18 years ago, because I just talked to her, and she said she was 18, and she's 36 now. 18 years ago was when I got hit in the head with a 2x4. Says, Terry, you better get out here and get serious about this real estate, because you don't never, ever, 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 ever want to let your family down again. Don't ever let her down again. So, Musil, I bought her a brand new condo and paid all cash. She living in a gated community, man. On the water with walking trails. I said, look, man, that 18 years ago when I didn't have it to send her to college, shit, done bought her a place, man. I said, all right, thank you, real estate. So, hey, let's talk about your wife now. Your wife, her role, because she was always on the call. She was always taking notes, and tell her I said hi when we get off the phone. But, kind of talk about her support and her, what she's done in this.
That's my partner. That's my partner.
Oh, man.
I think I was taking it before the COVID and all that stuff, Now, in Cook County, we go look at houses, we go looking, if you want to go look at them, just some exercise to go look at them like that,
Right.
And we did that sometimes, and she liked that, passing everything down to my children
Exactly.
as well.
Yep.
They can start, so I got them kind of slowly in the business, I got one daughter working, but since everybody's in the house, now I got the underdog attention.
Okay. Hey, Musil, do me a favor. What is don't tell me her name, just the first letter. I'm going to see if I can pull it out of me. What's your wife's first letter in her name?
First letter, K.
Kim.
Mm-hmm.
Kimberly.
Yep.
Man, shoot. You tell her I said hi. All right, go ahead and talk about her role now. Musil, what is her mental outlook? Even though she's got the foot problem.
She's feeling better because remember now at the time I told you we went through that foreclosure.
Okay, you lost the house to foreclosure.
Yeah, that's when the banks at the time they did fraud on the house, and they took my mortgage payment, put an interest-bearing account, and that's when they were doing. That's when banks were doing that robo signing.
Okay, so all right, so you lost the house to foreclosure. What was that, about 3 years ago?
Yep.
3 years ago, your wife has a problem with her foot. She's bedridden, and you still go out and you're determined to be success.
You have no choice. At that point, it's not even optional. You have to. You have to succeed.
Man, that put a fire up under your butt, didn't it?
There you go. That's what it did. There you go. That's what it did.
You know what, man? I'm so proud of you. See, your mental fortitude, your determination, your ambition, man, your drive, your passion, your desire is so strong, and that's what you need. You need to be mentally strong to overcome those obstacles to be a success, man. It just ain't going to be given. You had to fight. What's that?
I got a check coming in next month.
Oh, come on. You didn't tell me about the check. Give me the amount now. So,
I got a check coming in next month. And that hold on, this check was just me basing on helping somebody, and they cut us a check for doing it because, how can I say it? Right now the MLS is dried up, the lease.
Okay, now we ain't gonna get into a bunch of details. Just tell me what the check is.
Well, it's like $19,000, but I mean, hey.
19,000, man, that's chump change. that's bubble gum money. No, I'm just kidding with you, man. Like people say 19,000, god dang, that's more than I made, man. Especially with this stimulus, that's a nice little stimulus check, ain't it?
That's nice, little. That's a nice. What I'm saying. So I mean, we not right at the line. I say, well, I mean, he ain't doing big, but I mean, we doing big compared to where I come from.
You know what? It's all big. It's all big, and it's all joy. And you know, once you learn this, Musiel, man, there ain't nothing stopping you from making more. So 19 on the way, that ain't bad. It's a single, it's a home run, it's a double. No matter. It's gonna be some cash that you put in the bank. And guess what? One day you don't have to worry about your credit. You can go down and pay cash for your next house, man. If you want another house, you can go pay cash. So, you know, I've done it. I lost 2 houses, maybe 3 houses of foreclosure. I haven't used my credit, man. I don't even know my credit score and care less. I like to pay cash now. And if I don't pay cash, I just don't need it. But shit, you know, I'm good, man. I'm good. Hey, Musiel, we ain't going to talk about the deals, but we're going to make this short and sweet. I think you done drove home the point, which I really love. You got the education. You went out there, you did the work. You didn't know what you're doing. You fumbled around in the dark. You kept working, never gave up. Adversity hit into your life. You lost a house to foreclosure. Your wife came up with an injury, and you still determined to be success. You found your team. You got a banker working with you, and you got the checks coming in, and hey, there ain't no stopping you now, man.
Hey, I tell you this. I say it to anybody listening that, you know, if you think that banks won't listen to you, that's false. That's false. You have to know how to talk to these people. They put their pants on just like us. The guy that's working with me, Henry, is a VP.
All right, now hold on, Musiel. I know you want to talk, but I'm gonna hang up this recording, and then me and you could talk. But I just wanted you to get across one thing, 2 things, 3 things maybe. Was look, I got educated, got a coach, got some traded.
Yeah.
Learned some things, went out there and applied them. When you first started, you didn't have a clue. I remember you used to call me, well, I'm doing this now, I'm doing that now. I said, okay, Zio, okay. And so you was going through the school hard knocks of trying to put that education and your training together out in the real world.
Yep.
And then you kept working and you kept working and you hit some adversity. COVID hit you just like it hit everybody else. Like I said, your wife had an injury. You lost a house to foreclosure because of the bank's problems, but you didn't quit. You didn't give up. You worked even harder. And now you just telling me about 9 deals, $300,000. You got a $19,000 check coming. So, Musiel, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to let you tell these guys what it is that you have learned. What drives you, man? What drives you? Because they're in the same boat you are. See, they're out there getting education. They're reading books. They're trying to get this real estate figured out just like I did. Right. What made you different? What made you successful? If I was to write a book in 1 page or 5 minutes, I know I'm putting your pressure on you. What has kept you going to the point where you never quit, never gave up on yourself or your family, on you?
I was told to always keep your optimism, no matter what.
Always keep what?
Always be optimistic.
Always be optimistic. Now, you know what? Guess what? Tony Robbins teaches all that stuff. Tony Robbins teaches to walk on coals to build your confidence and all that. And all that's important. Self-esteem is important, but more than self-esteem is you need a vehicle, man. You need a vehicle to build wealth. I don't care how high your self-esteem is. If you ain't got no vehicle to build wealth, all you are a poor person with high self-esteem.
Right, and that fire helps out that too. When that fire gets up on you, see, a lot of people right now, Terry, I don't know what situation. If you have somebody that's a dependent,
Yep.
okay, and they being fed, they don't stand in fire.
Yep.
But if you are a person that has to bring the money, the bread home, and you don't have nobody else helping you, man, you don't get out there and make that happen.
Got to make it happen. But see, not everybody will make it happen. So I'm just trying to go deep with you. Why did you go out and make it happen? What was it? Was it the loss of the house? Was it your wife's foot?
A lot of stuff you told me, and I just sat back and I said, well, how come this person can do it or have it? I don't have it. It was just I just had to do it. I just got up and stopped. You know what? Stop lying to yourself.
Ooh, stop. Hold on. Say that one more time.
Stop lying to yourself.
Stop lying to yourself. Oh, I love it, man. So what are we lying to ourselves about? What are we lying to ourselves about, man?
It's like you're giving yourself a false, it's like false confidence, and it can mess you up. You're telling yourself, well, I don't need this, or I'm doing pretty good. No, you're really not. You're really not. You're conditioning yourself for the crap that you used to doing. You can actually condition yourself for that. It's almost like if you live in filth, you can actually condition yourself to say, I'm actually living a better life even though I'm living in filth. You get what I'm saying?
You want to live a better life, but you're saying the life you're living is okay, which it is okay, but you got to be real and realize that, hey, money, some security, your future, retirement, man. Hey, time flies by. We get old fast now instead of getting old slow. Hey, it's moving fast. And so all these things, COVID, this epidemic, no one was thinking about this epidemic. And if you're renting right now, man, and your job is gone, where are you going to stay? So this is all about getting out there, getting education, going to work, put yourself in a position so that if something like COVID comes up, you still got some income, you still got a roof over your head, you're not homeless. COVID, you do COVID wrong and doing COVID, if it ain't right, man, you could end up being homeless.
Yes, you know what, Terry, that's worse. No more. I've been there. I've been to that homeless section.
You've been homeless before?
Yes, I've been there.
Wow.
I've been there. We lost our house by me being in combat. Kim had to stay with her mom. I had to stay at the veteran shelter.
The veteran shelter, once you lost your house?
Yes. Yeah, I had to stay at the veteran shelter. I stayed there for a year. For that year. But I was in that year, I have my laptop doing stuff, and the woman there was looking at me, and she was saying, what are you doing? I said, I got to get out the shelter. Don't get me wrong, the shelter was nice, but you can choose to stay there and choose to get out. Well, I was doing stuff back and forth to the library and stuff at the time, when it wasn't so serious, it's COVID, and I was doing the program. And I was just getting out there doing it, and the guy, he commended me for being in the shelter doing what I was doing. He said, man, Mom, you all right with me? You
was in a shelter, but you was still working on your real estate.
Yeah, I'm still doing this. I'm still doing this.
And that's in Chicago, because I know it's cold in Chicago, right?
Yeah, that's in Chicago. I'm in Chicago Heights.
What's the temperature, man, in Chicago? What's the temperature when it gets cold?
Right now, we got a snowstorm. We got 6 inches of snow. It's a snow blizzard right now.
What's the temperature?
It got to be like 11.
11 degrees.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, Muhammad. See, that's the story, Muhammad. See, I don't want to talk about the transactions because we all know. See, again, being honest with yourself, you know real estate works. I know real estate works.
Yeah,
we just got to get it to work for us. So it ain't the techniques, but what you're telling people right now, man, the techniques don't matter. This dude done went through a lot.
You don't go through the tears and stuff at night, man. But when you think about family, you say, well, you know what? I got to get my family back together. I got to get stabilized. And the counselor was tough talking to me. And I was like, man, I can't live like this. I never been on shelter before, man. And she kind of knew it. I mean, I slept on the floor of the church.
Yep.
I went to church and slept on the floor, So, I mean, right now, my biggest thing now is once I get back on my feet, really get going, I'm going to start helping out the homeless.
Yep.
That's my biggest drive, helping out the homeless and doing some programs.
That's right. And you know what the vehicle is to make that happen? Real estate.
Yeah.
Real estate, you get real estate right, you make a whole bunch of money, you can help a whole bunch of people. And that's what it's all about. So, Musil.
And guess the saying I've been using that you always told me. And
What's that?
I told one like that too. I said, you're not treating information like it's special.
Now let me clear that up for these guys. The information that I've taught you, the information that I teach my students, treat that information like it's the most important information ever received in your life.
I got a T-shirt with it. Got 3 with it. I said, don't worry about that. Somebody told me that.
You got to treat the information like it's the most important information, because if not, you're not going to take the information and use it. It's just another book.
Right.
It's just another course on your shelf that's sitting there that you proud of and you ain't done nothing with. Take this stuff. Talking to banks, Museo, talking to banks, and guess what you done did? Now you got a banker working with you. Come on, man.
And I got a good guy now, who all he wants now is commercial paper and all that. And then I got my guy connecting up. We connected to banks. It's really not hard, like you say. You get out there and you just go out there and talk to people.
All right, hey Museo, we didn't encourage them enough. We ain't got to do no more. We got to drop the mic now. I'm going to hang up this conversation, man. But you stay on the line so me and you can talk a little bit more. But, man, I sure am glad you shared this. You've shared something that's more important than the technique and the strategy. Because if you have the never quit attitude, you eventually going to do it long enough, and then you're going to get it figured out.
That's right.
You're going to do what it takes. Hey, Museo, thank you a million. Hold on. Let me stop this recording.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. All right.